Hello and welcome to yet another episode of First Drop Theatre's Slam Dunk Saturdays, a series in which we look at the lessons from the world of sports that can be applied to the corporate world. Sports at the highest level is a lot about planning and strategizing. Now it's very interesting to see how this would work out in a team game. How many members of the team would be really plugged into this whole plan, to the strategy, and what happens if they're not? The 1992 World Cup cricket semi-final between New Zealand and Pakistan was played in Auckland. New Zealand had won 7 out of their 8 matches leading into this semi-final, and they were the firm favourites to win this match. Led by the inspirational captain Martin Crowe, they set Pakistan a target of 263, quite formidable in those days. Unfortunately, Crowe pulled a hamstring and could not take the field when Pakistan were chasing. Throughout the tournament, it was Martin Crowe, the captain, who was really the key behind all the New Zealand strategy. He had about 15-16 bowling combinations planned for each match. Which bowler to bring on when, how many overs to give, what is the field setting at each point of the over, etc. This was not something that was really communicated to the rest of the team. Now when Martin Crowe got injured, John Wright, the vice captain, took over and he moved away from this game plan because he was not aware of all this. Pakistan really played well, came chasing hard and eventually won the match. Later on, while reflecting about this match, Crowe said that the entire script was in his head, but it was not something that was really communicated to the rest of the team. In our organizations, quite often we have seen how when a leader, for example, sometimes has to transition out or move on to a different project, the rest of the team struggles a bit because they're not really aware of the why behind the strategy. They might know the what of the plan, but not really the why. Wouldn't it be great if more members of the team were clued in to the whole game plan, to the strategy, so that even if one person is not there, the rest of them can think and work through this whole plan? In the corporate workshops that we conduct for leaders using Theatre and Expressive Arts, we focus a lot on this communication of plans, of ideas, of cues, of instincts, and how it is equally important to both give and receive this. Well, that's all for this episode then. Thanks a lot for watching. Until we meet next week for the next episode, take care.